Hello and welcome to our tutorial on how to pass the IELTS exam as a native English speaker. The IELTS, or the International English Language Testing System, is a widely recognized English proficiency test that is required for study, work, and immigration purposes in many countries. And if you are planning to take the IELTS and you are not a native English speaker, this video is for you, definitely. In the following minutes, we will be sharing some practical tips and strategies that can help you greatly to succeed in this exam. So, to begin with, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. My name is Jackson Muindi. I usually make videos about travel opportunities wherever they arise, scholarships. So, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell on so that whenever I make a video, you are notified. So, understanding the IELTS exam and the format and the requirements. So, before you start preparing for the IELTS exam, it is important to understand that the test format and its requirements. The IELTS has two versions. One is the academic version, and this is for those who want to study at a higher education system, and the general training version, which is for those who want to work, live, and migrate to an English-speaking country. The two versions have different tasks, as you know, and they assess different skills. So to make sure that you choose the right one for your needs, for example, the academic versions includes a task that measures for your ability to understand and analyze academic text, while the general version includes tasks that measure your ability to understand, respond to everyday spoken and written English. The other tip I usually tell my people is to practice and practice a lot, because the IELTS exam, many people have tried doing this exam and they have ended up failing and repeating this exam. So the best way to improve your English skills and increase your chances of success in this exam is to practice regularly. And I cannot overstate the importance of practice, practice, practice. There are many resources which are available online and also offline by downloading them, such as books, websites, applications, and classes that can help you greatly to improve your reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. And to begin with, make a study plan and stick to it. So you need to write this on paper and something and stick it somewhere where you'll be able to see it each and every day. And they also try to use English as much as possible in your daily life. For example, I usually say that you can try to listen for TV shows. You read English newspapers, watch English movies and TV shows. Or you can also listen to English podcasts and music, which are natively made in English-speaking countries. The other point I usually tell people who are preparing for the IELTS exam as we go ahead is to get familiar with the test format. The IELTS exam has its own test format. So as much as you can prepare for this exam, you need to get so familiar with the test format for this exam, because it has its own format in which it's tested. So another important tip is to prepare and get familiar with it, because if you do it in your first encounter, it might be a daunting task. So the IELTS consists of 4 parts. One is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And each part has its own format. And the scoring criteria, you can check it online, because I will not get into detail about the scoring criteria, because online you can find websites which detail this information. So familiarizing yourself with the test format will help you understand what is expected of you and how you can maximize your score. For example, in the reading part, you'll be asked to read and answer questions about 3 or 4 texts of increasing difficulty. The difficulty keeps on increasing. In the writing part, for example, you'll also be asked to write 2 essays on different topics, one of which will be based on a graph, table, chart, or diagram. In the listening part, you'll be asked to listen to a recording and answer questions based on the information you hear. Also, in the speaking part, you'll be asked to participate in a face-to-face interview with an examiner where you'll be asked questions about yourself, your opinions, also even your experiences. So be sure to be familiar with this exam before you get into the exam room, because it can be quite intimidating. The other point I wanted to talk about this morning is for you can use sample questions and materials, and these you can download them from websites. You can go to YouTube and get sample questions and materials. And so, for to further prepare for this exam, you can use sample questions and materials that greatly mimic the format and the difficulty level of this said exam. There are many materials that you can find available online and offline, because they provide authentic sample questions and practice tests, such as official IELTS practice materials, other preparation books, and materials. When you use these resources, they can help you greatly to get a sense of what to expect in the exam and how to approach the different tasks. So, for example, let me give you an example about this IELTS exam. You can use the sample questions to practice your timing and pacing, because those are key components of this exam. And they'll help you to identify the strengths and the weakness in your preparation. So be sure to get these sample questions. You can also use the practice test to familiarize yourself with the time constraints and the types of questions you will encounter in the exam. Because this exam is timed, you need to use C sample questions to time yourself. So as you prepare, make sure that you time yourself. Additionally, you can use the feedback and the scoring criteria provided by these resources to evaluate and performance and to see how you can improve. So after you do an exam, maybe online, you can evaluate yourself and your performance, and this greatly helps you to prepare for this exam. The other tip which we cannot forget is seeking help and feedback, because definitely while if you walk alone, it will be a very lonely journey and a difficult one. So that is why I usually say that while preparing for the IELTS exam, seek help and feedback. And this is for people who are struggling to improve their English skills, or they feel overwhelmed by the exam. You should not hesitate to seek help and feedback from other people. We cannot underestimate that. You can ask for help from a tutor, for example, a teacher, a mentor, or a guide who will give you personalized advice about this exam. You can also, as another example, you can also join study groups or find a study partner who can help you with and give you feedback on your progress. Seeking help and feedback will help you also to overcome the challenges to boost your confidence. So in conclusion, because I did not intend to make this video so long, I want to conclude this video because it was a small session to tell people about how to ace this exam, because it has been a pain in the air for many, many, many people. So let me to conclude, the IELTS exam can be challenging for us non-native speakers, but with the right preparation and strategies, you can succeed. So be sure to follow these tips which I give you, and practice regularly. Also, get familiar with the test format, because it is a test which has a format, and the format doesn't change oftenly. So look for materials online, seek help, feedback from people. And we hope in your preparation, these tips will help you as the IELTS exam and achieve your goals. Good luck in your exam. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that we grow together. Be sure to look out for other videos we've done about this text, because it has been a daunting task to so many people. So make sure that you also consider also go to the British Council, this website I'm showing you right now. Register for this exam. It's a lot of money, as I can see, because right now in Kenya, it's 29,000 Kenyan shillings. And that is for the academic and the general exam version. They are the same. So you can find a test center maybe near you, and you can book it. And the instructions are right here. You can see you need a passport, and there's a lot of information you need to download for you as a candidate. You can download this information and read. So pay for your test and prepare. So all the best. You can also email them. There's this email for information at britishcouncil.se. You can email them and they will by surely answer you. So thank you very much for listening, and God bless you.